Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you would never ask. Today is Tuesday, the 9th day of February. Today is National Cut the Cord Day. That's something that a lot of people are doing. More and more people getting rid of cable and satellite dishes and just utilizing like antennas and streaming and stuff like that. National Bagel and Lox Day today. National Pizza Day. Ooh, we should celebrate that one. We come up with something yummy we could have for pizza. National Toothache Day and Safer Internet Day USA today. All of those things happening. And since it is a Tuesday, we have Tuesdays with Charlie. That's Heidi's dad, by the way. Got a really, really nice message from a listener who said she loves listening to Charlie, listens to him, and that's her favorite part of the program. So
I agree.
Really
it's
cool.
My favorite part of the program.
I know, and I get a lot of messages, but I got just a really nice one. And she was,
that's sweet.
We were chatting back and forth through Facebook, and she was saying, "I really like that. It's my favorite part of the show." So we'll. I don't know if we'll tell him or not. Go to his head. It's all coming your way. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such, brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. I only have one study today, so we're going to chat a little bit about this one. It was a study at the University of Sherbrooke in Canada, determined that the first person ever to catch AIDS, the virus AIDS, was a World War I soldier who was hunting chimpanzees.
Who is what?
Hunting.
What okay.
Would you... Hunting chimpanzees.
That could have gone a whole different direction.
No,
I was just clarifying.
It was hunting. And I don't know. Would you just stop? So here's the thing that I didn't realize, that AIDS has been around that long. World War I? That's 100 years ago. But you grew up in the 80s, like I grew up in the 80s, and I thought it was brand new in the 80s.
Yeah, I thought it was too. It was. I guess probably more talked about.
It must have just maybe got more common.
Yeah,
then?
I don't know.
But when I read that, I was absolutely baffled by that. Not because of what Heidi was saying, but because of the whole being World War I, which is 100 years ago. So there you go.
Both
Surveys
would have made sense, though.
Would you stop it? Surveys and studies and such, brought to you by bettercreditcards.com.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At bettercreditcards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. BetterCreditCards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com.
This is your Brain on Drugs, brought to you by TimeForRehab.com. A Hastings man was arraigned after state police say he fled from an attempted traffic stop and then crashed a vehicle. They attempted to perform a traffic stop on 42-year-old Adam N. Lewis after they noted Lewis had an expired inspection and emissions sticker. He tried to flee the scene. He crashed into a utility pole. Then he got out and ran into an agricultural area while his passenger stayed in the vehicle at the scene. The passenger was transported to the hospital for injuries, so got hurt.
Yeah.
Trooper found a jar containing crystal meth, 3 glass pipes indicative of meth use, 5 syringes. Lewis was found hiding under some branches and debris in a wooded hillside area. He was taken into custody. Preliminary scheduled hearing for the 9th of February, so today.
That makes sense. I was thinking, gosh, that's an overreaction for an expired sticker.
No,
but
it's a bad idea. That is what happens when your brain is on drugs.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. In spite of their breakup, Ben Affleck and Ana de Armas, am I saying her name right?
I have no idea.
They're still speaking to each other several times a day, according to sources. The sources add they still, quote, love each other, end quote, and Ben, quote, misses her, end quote. Previous source claimed the breakup was mutual and that Ben wouldn't commit to having more kids, and that's why they had broken up. So, not exactly sure, but who's this source?
Yeah.
What are you doing, like sneaking around listening to their phone calls? Hey, who's on the phone? Is that Ben? A sequel to 2018's Tomb Raider is moving forward. A script is being written, and the movie should begin shooting sometime this year. And they're going to have Alicia Vikander returning to the starring role for that. And Gordon Ramsay was recently called out for his love of meat by a well-known vegan TikToker. In a viral video, the celebrity addressed the drama by eating a cheeseburger on camera.
I was going to say, so what? Yeah.
Yeah. In her video, she sings an original song about him being wrong and hurting animals is bad. And anyway, it's interesting how much extra press this has gotten him and might have hurt her cause more than helped it, just because of the way it was done. I don't know. Maybe it helped. I've got a link to it in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now your scoop of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of RedCrossBlood.org. Before I get to this, Heidi said you had some big screen, little screen that I didn't let you talk about.
Yeah,
I'm
two
sorry.
new little screens.
Oh, what's that?
We had heard the other day that there is a Frasier reboot coming back.
Yeah, a new
for 10
version.
more episodes.
That's
of
really
Frasier,
cool.
One of my all-time favorite
It is
shows.
a great show. Yeah.
And somebody sent me the other day the trailer for the new Punky Brewster.
Oh,
reboot.
nice. That's awesome.
I
See?
know.
That should have been. So here's how you get those things in the show in the future. Send the info to me, and then I'll put it in the show notes, too. Now anybody listening is like, well, I'm never going to catch that anywhere. Sorry. Blame Heidi. A new lawsuit accuses Subway of using fake tuna. So what are they using? According to the lawsuit, it says that what they're calling tuna is not officially tuna. So I don't know what that means, but there you go. Hey, if you're going to scout women on dating sites while you're on another date, leave your reflective glasses at home.
Oh, boy.
There was a dude. It says one dude didn't do that. Now he's being shamed online. Instead of paying attention to his 23-year-old companion, the guy opted to fiddle with his phone, and he was studying the phone's reflection, or he was scrolling through, but she noticed on his glasses
Oh, wow. That's hurtful.
reflection. The woman realized what he was doing, so she shared a video of this on TikTok.
Yeah,
the video,
kick him to the curb.
before it was marked private, had gone viral. There were people all over seeing it, and she finally decided, okay, this is probably hurting me as much as it's hurting him, so she made it a private video so you can't see it anymore. But yeah, that's bad. When you're on a date with a girl, don't get on dating apps looking for other girls.
That's right.
If that's what you're going to do, maybe you shouldn't be on that date. It's just it's a bad idea. Or girls, don't do the same thing for guys. I mean, it goes both ways. If your ideal workday is sitting around eating candy and judging, here's some good news. This is true. There's an actual job that exists where you get paid to sit around and eat candy. It's a place called Candy Funhouse. Part-time, full-time candyologists are being looked for right now. So they try to narrow down which candies would be a part of their first ever Candy Funhouse branded candy line. The line will have 10 different candies, but they need to narrow it down from hundreds of different candy options. Doesn't that sound like fun?
I think that sounds like my dream job.
That would be...
The judging, is it judging people?
No, not judging people, judging candy.
See, that would be my dream job. If I could eat candy and judge people and get paid for that, I would love that.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to probably happen.
Oh.
And an 11-year-old Minnesota girl shot 2 deer with 1 shot. This is quite
that's
amazing.
Cool.
It was only her second time hunting, and Skyla Crowley, Lyon County, Minnesota, was armed with a 20-gauge shotgun, which she had never fired before. She took aim at a buck who came to a stop about 30 yards from their blind. After she shot the buck, it fell over, and then the doe that was behind the buck also fell over.
Oh, my gosh.
So I would have thought they would have used a rifle, not a shotgun, but I don't know. There you go. Interesting story. Your scoop of the day comes your way courtesy of redcrossblood.org.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, but I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you peck out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Time now for my favorite program, something we do every Tuesday just because we can. We reach out to my father-in-law for a little thing we like to call
Tuesdays with Charlie.
It's Tuesdays with Charlie. He'll give us some guff. We talk each week and we learn fun stuff. Everyone loves him. He makes us laugh. Sometimes he's wrong, then he fires his staff. Get ready to learn some things. Here we go. It's Tuesdays with Charlie on the John and Heidi Show.
He's back in the studio. How you doing, Charlie?
Again.
I'm stuck to the chair. I can't get up.
What do you have for us today?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
Okay, let's start with this one. Studies have shown that wild chimps in Guinea drink fermented palm sap, which contains about 3% alcohol by volume.
Oh, nice.
Some little puppies have found out a way to get drunk.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Well, they're pretty smart.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
That's right. Hey, at the Battle of Waterloo in 1815, Emperor of France could not sit on his horse to watch the battle because he had painful hemorrhoids.
Oh, wow. Holy
That's
cow.
unfortunate.
Get on your horse. No, I can't.
I'm fine. I'll just
hurts.
stand.
Yeah. Go get him.
Jeez.
Hey, Massachusetts was the first state in the nation to ban happy hour.
No kidding?
That's why nobody lives there either. Don't have no happy hour.
I wonder why
Holy
they banned it. That doesn't
mackerel.
make any sense.
No. Why wouldn't you make it more than 1 hour? Happy 2 hour.
Happy hours.
Wait a minute. Oh, here. We better end it with this thing because this is getting ridiculous.
Okay, what's that?
I don't know. Here. Hey, it was forbidden to buy or sell condoms in Ireland until the 1990s.
Oh, really? Huh. I would have never guessed that.
I would have
Guy
never guessed
standing
that
on the
either.
corner. Hey, come here. I got
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, really.
What is that? What number was that?
It's like
Okay, let's go up here to this one then. Hey, the 3 most common jobs in America.
Okay.
Salesperson,
Yeah.
ta-da,
Yeah.
cashier,
Okay.
and fast food worker.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Now, it might be a poor salesman, but that's what just ask my boss. He'll tell you.
You ready for a question from me, Charlie?
Okay, let's do it.
I'm going to give you 2 because this first one, I don't know if this is still accurate. I just kind of feel like it can't be.
Well, if it's on the radio, it's got to be the truth.
But I think this is something that was true at one point but can't be true anymore. On average, how many newborns will be given to the wrong parents every single day?
Every day?
Every day.
6.
How many?
3.
No, it's 12.
Wow.
That can't be accurate anymore. I'm pretty sure we're better at, like, as soon as our daughter was born, they put a little bracelet thing
Right.
on her. So, they tag them now. So it's like, oh, that one belongs to you guys. So
Ours definitely belongs to us. There's no
Oh,
doubt.
yeah, there's...
I think there was a time where it was like baby roulette. They would just kind of roll them in there.
No, take this one.
And they're like, wait a minute, which one was mine again? Or like, I think that one over there.
Oh, that one's ugly. I don't want that one. Give me the
So-
other one.
Well, no, mine was a girl. This one's a boy. It can't be mine. So I think it's a better
That would be
system
awful.
now. Yeah, but at one point it was 12 newborns a day were given to the wrong
Yeah,
parents.
see, I'm looking at current stuff. It's 3.
Yeah, that's what it
He
is.
was looking at the current stats.
Well, I'm going to give you a different question altogether.
Okay.
How many entries in Webster's 1996 dictionary were misspelled? How many entries were misspelled in that dictionary?
1,200.
Heidi, how about you?
I'll say 69.
Ladies and gentlemen, shout it out at home. How many in the 1996 dictionary were misspelled? If you said 315, you are absolutely right.
That's closer than you.
Yeah. 1,200 is not closer to 300, but 69.
Depends on which end of the stick you're looking at. I think I'm right.
We'll go with that. Full credit for both of you.
Get me unstuck from Ranger Dan's chair here. I'm going home.
Oh,
Well, it was a pleasure to chat with you, Charlie.
We'll do it again. Not in person next week, though.
Okay.
bye, Daddy.
Bye, Fluff. Bye, John.
Bye-bye. My father-in-law right there. We talk to him every Tuesday just because we can for a little thing we like to call
Tuesdays with Charlie. Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Did you know the average guy these days spends 6.5 hours a week playing video games?
Really?
Yeah.
I find that very sad.
Well, I apparently am under average because I don't play any video games.
No.
But that means somebody else is playing 6.5 hours for me, so that would put them at 13 hours of video games every
That's
week.
not something I would tolerate, so I'm really glad you don't do that because
There you go.
that's ridiculous.
Huh. Well, you play Candy Crush like 19.5 hours a week,
That's
so
different.
I believe that is a video game. Thanks for listening to today's fun fact. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At bettercreditcards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. bettercreditcards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Time now for a news headline from somewhere in this world. Dateline China. We've had a lot of stories from China lately. A man in China was eating raw beef, and that's something that he really enjoyed, but he became infected with a 20-foot-long tapeworm. The parasite attached to the man's small intestine had been in him probably for 2 years before doctors finally figured out what was going on. According to the case report, the man went to see a doctor because he was having stomach pain. He was vomiting, losing his appetite, felt really weak, was losing weight drastically. Symptoms started 3 days earlier, but by the time he got to the doctor, he had already lost 15 pounds in 3 days.
Ooh, how do you get one of those
Yeah,
tapeworms?
we don't need one of those. People used to do that on purpose. I remember in high school, there was a guy in wrestling that did that on purpose because he needed to drop weight and he was like doing something with a tapeworm. I'm like, I think that's a bad idea. Sounds like the 1800, like olden times. You don't do that.
Yikes.
It is a news headline from somewhere in this world.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, a serial romance fraudster in England. He was conning women that he would meet through the internet, and then he would get a bunch of money out of these people. He got busted for the third time. 33-year-old Amir Tofganzan, I probably said his name wrong, used the old standby, a picture of a male model, to fraudulently claim to women that he was meeting on these sites that he was a world-class surgeon, or he would say he was a successful lawyer, and then the fraudster would ask these unsuspecting women that he met to loan him some money. Here's the thing.
Why, if he was all those things, why would
Exactly.
he need to borrow money?
The women were never reimbursed, by the way, and it's not the first time he did this. In 2015, he was sentenced to 7 years, 9 months, and he was convicted. 15 counts of fraud back then, but he got out, and he's already back to it. So hopefully this means he won't get to do this anymore. Fortunately, one of the women got suspicious and called police and reported the scam
Don't
artist.
give money to people you don't
Fraudsters
know.
he's been slapped now with 3 more years of prison for his nefarious manipulation of the women he met through these sites. So yeah, don't do that. If there's ever somebody that somebody you don't know that's on the internet and they're asking for money, don't give it to them. I shouldn't have to say that, but apparently I do. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
Now, your moment of duh, brought to you by RedCrossBlood.org. A 41-year-old peeping Tom was busted after he fell through the ceiling of a locker room in a Virginia gym.
That's embarrassing.
Yeah, and he landed on a lady. He was cornered by some women until police arrived. Brian Anthony Joe was spying on ladies in the fitness center about 1:15 in the afternoon when he apparently moved to a place that wasn't very secure and crashed through the ceiling and landed on one of the ladies below.
Yeah, that's embarrassing.
She was checked for injuries, was fine. She was not transported to the hospital, so she was okay. He fell 10 feet. He was not injured either, at least not from the fall. Maybe if the ladies beat the snot
They
out
got a hold of him.
He was charged with burglary, vandalism, and 3 counts of peeping or spying into a building. Held
Gross.
without bail. Yeah, don't do that. Why would...
People,
I think I say that every day at this time. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Just
It's a
don't
bad
do that.
idea.
That's what this should be called the Don't Do That, It's a Bad Idea break, but it's not. It's today's moment of duh.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, but I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you peck out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Time now for Is It a Golf Course or Is It a Rehab
I like
Center?
these.
I know you do. And it's brought to you by TimeForRehab.com. Heidi, tell me, is this a real business? I'm sorry, it is a real business, but is it a golf course or is it a rehab center? How about this one? Sugar Creek, Atlanta, Georgia.
Gosh.
Sugar Creek, is it a golf course or is it a rehab
I'll
center?
say a golf course.
And it is a golf course.
right.
Yay! Good job, Heidi. We haven't done this for a long time, so I have to dig around and find them. But somewhere we have some PGA golfers that are helping us with this segment. Remember that? We met some
yeah.
golfers and we had
Yep.
them record something. That's many years ago that we did that. I have to dig around and see if we can find them now that we brought this back. But this has been Is It a Golf Course or Is It a Rehab Center on the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. Comes your way courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. And there's so many fun things that we could talk about as I scroll through and look at all the different good news things that are here. But I think this one right here is the one that I want to talk about because I just think it would be the coolest thing ever. Here's a headline. 4-year-old finds a 215 million-year-old dinosaur footprint. How cool is that?
That's pretty cool.
So this is in Wales. A 4-year-old. They were out, having fun. And when they were out, they were on a trip to the supermarket. She was going there with her dad. And she saw this. And she's like, hey, Dad, what is this? And they started looking at it, and they realized, wow, that's a dinosaur footprint. And they estimate it to be 215 million years old.
Wow.
Experts from the archaeology Simura are calling it the finest impression found in a decade in Britain. And it's pretty cool. I see an image of it. You can see it online. There's a link to this. And there's very much a foot shape.
So they were on their way to the supermarket. Nobody had ever come across this thing before?
Well, I don't know where they were going. Apparently they were taking a shortcut, just kind of.
Really?
But you can see around them that there's a bunch of rocks and there's a bunch of stuff. But as you look at it, it's very clear that there is a footprint. It looks like, I don't know if I were going to guess, like a dinosaur footprint.
That's super cool.
I didn't have to guess. It was in the story. But I don't know what kind of dinosaur. But this is really kind of a neat thing. Can you imagine being 4 years old and finding this?
Right. That's pretty cool.
And it's in like a public looking place, so I don't think that they get to like take the rock home with them. I don't know.
Well, I
I'm
don't
not
think
sure
you get to take it home, but I wonder if there's a financial
Doesn't say in
reward
here.
of some kind for finding it.
But I bet this young lady is probably going to be interested in this stuff in the future, and maybe it'll like shape her career in the future.
It could.
That'd be really neat. I've got a link to the story if you want to read it, and if you want to see that dinosaur footprint, it's all in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Tuesday.